Good evening, everybody. How are we? I think we've actually finally cracked Instagram. We've been trying every week for, I don't know, about 4 weeks, but I think we're actually live on Instagram. So I am looking in 2 different places. For those of you on YouTube and Facebook, I can see your comments just coming up here. So hi, Alison, and hi, Caroline. And I'm going to try and work out how to watch myself on Instagram so I can say hello to you guys that are watching there. So how are we all tonight? Have you had a good day? I hope so. So today I thought we would craft in our junk journals. So in a live a few months ago, we created some junk journals using old scrap paper, mop-up pages, different things like that. And the thing I love about a junk journal is when we talk about a fear of a blank page, sometimes when you're presented with a blank page and knowing where to start can be really difficult. But the fact that we've already got ink and goodness knows what on our pages before we start means we have a starting point. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Hi Julie, hi Pauline, so lovely to see you all. I'm just going to see if I can work out how to... I believe I'm live on Instagram. I don't know if... Hi Sharon. I don't know if there's anyone from my team that can check for me. Because my husband just checked and he said I was live, but I can't actually see it from my phone to be able to chat to everybody on there. So that's something that's an issue. Alistair, if you're watching, I'm having an issue with the chat. So please come back down and help. Okay guys. Hi Rianne. How are you? So... without further ado, let's flip all the cameras round and start crafting and do the whole funny lighting thing as we always do. Okay, take care. Take care. What was that? Okay, see you tomorrow. Okie dokie. Let's get this changed. There we go. I thought I heard footsteps there, so it might very well... Oh, I'm just going to move... Ooh, we've got some very funny viewing thing on Instagram. Look, my hand's through a barrier. Woohoo! Yeah, I can't see quite how... Oh, I need somebody else. Oh, you need to turn the sound down though. We've got some very funny viewing thing. We'll fix that for next week, those of you on Instagram. See this little funny little barrier thing. If anyone is wondering, if anyone on Facebook's wondering what I'm talking about, on Instagram we have this funny little, like, hello. Anywho. We can fix that. Okay, so hi Alison, hi Sharon, hi Sue. Oh, hang on. Oh, I can't. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's occurring. Oh, my husband's apparently watching, but he's also behind me, so who knows. Right, we will try and make it work. Oh, thank you Alison, you've put a comment. So this is a page that we have on our junk journal, and it was a mop-up page. As you can see, I was painting a page, and I went through my bit box and found these. So if you're not sure how to make these, we created a whole journal page like this many moons ago. I don't know if you remember that, but we created this. This is on YouTube. So we did a live on that where we created using our scrap papers. So yeah, I found that and thought, why not use that in conjunction with the gorgeous Higgledy Piggledy houses, which we have here. Oh, hi Louise, how are you? This is a total experiment, me trying to go live on Instagram. It's all very entertaining. So we're going to try and use these particular stamps in conjunction with these. Hi Angelica! Oh, Create and Craft resolved the download issue. I am pleased. Yeah, I have no idea what occurred there. I sent them the full files. Then some people were just getting the papers. Then other people were getting everything bar the papers. And some people, yeah, it was all very entertaining. But I don't think they were used to doing, although they do digital downloads, I don't think they were used to doing it as part of another kit as well. So it's a learning curve. Hopefully by next time it'll go nice and smooth. Hi, so Pauline, you have placed an order for the Bumblebuzz collection. Yay! I saw it come in, so yeah. your goodies shall be with you very soon, along with a lot more inspiration. So let us start. Okay. Hi, Sue. I can see, I'm saying hi to Sue because although I have already said hello to you, some of you are watching on multiple platforms. Thank you ever so much. Hello, somebody else has just joined me on Instagram. Is it Organ Journal? Or I'm not quite sure if I've pronounced that. Thank you very much. You have to let me know your first name so that I can call you by your first name rather than your Instagram name. Oh, thank you, Sharon. You are on it like a Scotch bonnet tonight, I tell you. Sharon has just popped a link in if anyone is interested for these stamps. This is like the biggest stamping block in the world. I don't think I actually want that. A slightly smaller one, but hey ho. Right, so I want to make the most of this natural frame that has occurred anyway. And we've got this gorgeous little sort of, I don't know if you can see that little plant stamp there. So I thought we'll kind of put that down as a vine growing up and then build from there with some normal doodling. Now, I know last time that we, or when we actually created these journals, quite a few of you, in the following week or so, actually made your own journals afterwards. So hands up, who made your junk journal after we did the sort of live class last time? And if so, I'm hoping to see a flurry of pages. Oh, you've put your glasses on. Do you know what, Sue? I've got to go to the opticians on Wednesday. I genuinely can't see. It's not very good. I've kept putting it off and kept putting it off, especially with Kezia not being well. And it's like I really, really have to go and get my eyes checked. It's honestly absolutely shocking. But even with my glasses, I can't see particularly well. And the trouble is I can't see in the distance. And now, because I'm getting old, I can't see it in front of me either. So I think I take my glasses off more often to see, which is not a good sign. Oh, I know, Pauline, it's hard to choose sometimes, isn't it? I do understand. There's still a couple of these left. There's not a huge amount, but there is a couple. So we've kind of got those in. I'm actually just going to get a black fine liner and colour them in black because I think we need some sort of definition between the frame and the foreground image. So let's just colour these in black. That has got to be the worst. The worst. I'm probably going to regret doing this with my alcohol marker, quite frankly, but you know, otherwise we're going to be here for ages. For reading small type and for your video work, yes. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I've just noticed that you've popped it on Instagram as well. You are so good. Thank you ever so much. Right, so I'm going in with an alcohol marker, and it's quite good because this is acrylic paint. It's metallic acrylic paint that we've got on the edges here. And that's the other thing about working on leftovers and junk journals. Sometimes you're not exactly sure what you're working on, so it can create some very interesting results, which is always incredibly entertaining. But on this occasion, I know it's acrylic paint. But the your alcohol markers will go over most things. The only thing with your alcohol marker is it will bleed. So we are, that's not showing up very well on camera. I've got that many lights on. It is bleeding slightly, but we can cover that up the next time we play. So it's all good. Can you ask a question? You're looking to get some better colouring pencils. Is it Inktense pencils you use? I do use Inktense for watercolouring. So your Inktense are a watercolour based pencil. So although Inktense are a bit of an anomaly actually, they are a water based pencil in that they are water reactive. But once you have activated them with water and they then dry, they become permanent, hence the name Inktense, because they are an ink, which means you can really layer up. But it's not your traditional style of pencils. For a traditional style of pencil, I currently use Prisma, but I do realise that they are one of the more expensive pencils on the market. So what I would recommend is there's a YouTuber called Sarah Rennie Clark, and on one of her videos, she did a pencil comparison. And what she did on those was basically, when she did all the testing, both Prisma and Polychromos sort of came out on top. But she then found the best alternative to those. So I would say that she probably has more knowledge on it than I can give you, and she would probably be able to help you find a alternative. I know that the alternatives that she did find were available on Amazon. So I'm now just kind of doodling over the stamped part. It's very fine, so I just want it to stand out a little bit more. So I've just doodled that over, but I think now that we have done that, it pops it. Now I'm going to have to decide which house to use as well. I quite like, see, I think that on its own is just very simple, and I just really like it. I might just keep it incredibly simple. What do we think? Do we leave as is and tackle another page? I actually quite like that. I was kind of going to build it up with flowers and things, but but I'm thinking I quite like. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Okay, I'm going to draw this border in. Doobie doobie doo. Don't know why I feel I need to have to sing at the same time. Or is it just me? I just think that's really cute. Leave as is. Alison says leave as is. I am going to leave as is. It's really simple. Sometimes white space is perfect. So everybody, 12 minutes in and that's the end. No, don't worry, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. We'll find another page to do. I really like that though. I think it's well cute. I don't know whether to put a sentiment or just, no, we'll just leave as is. Thank you, Alison. I will do as I'm told. Hi, Michelle. How are you? And thank you. I will leave as is. Am I gonna... I think people are looking forward to your class, Michelle. I put the extra stamps on. So Michelle's got a class coming up soon using some JMC stamps. And I found some extra ones and I put them on, and from the extra ones that I put on, there's only one left now. So still go ahead with your class, but people are obviously really looking forward to it. Right. So I'm just going to stick that down. Bish bash bosh. And see, this is what I mean about a junk journal. The fact that you're not working with a blank page. I don't think I would have ever come up with sort of making a colourful frame like that. I don't think I'd have done that on my own. But the fact that it was there, it sort of sparks an idea. You don't have to sit there and look at this white page and think, oh, what am I going to do? So, yeah, that's really handy. So, when I was, just before I went live, I like that. Right, just before I went live, I was also looking at this page here, which I kind of think these little houses would work on too, which is cute. But it's a very busy background. So we've also got the fact that this is a bit of a flap. We could sort of try and create something interesting. Okay, let's get some gesso. Hello on Instagram. Hi Magic Minnie. Lovely to have you with us. And is it Creaty Metlet? This is why I need my new glasses. I can't actually see. The phone's over here. And I'm gonna have to stick my head right in it. Is it Creative Metzes? I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that name. I am so sorry. It's lovely to have you with us. And yeah, by next week, hopefully, I should have some glasses. I am going to the opticians on Wednesday, as long as Kezia actually manages to get to school. We've not yet done a full week at school. Why is it every single pot that I am pulling out is not gesso? White gesso. There we go. I've got 2 ones there, but I think they're completely ended. Obviously need to get new ones. Yes, it's very exciting, isn't it, Michelle? I am looking forward to it. Right. This is the best way to use gesso on your finger. So if we've roughly got the houses there, we kind of want to white out a little bit. So there's 2 ways you can make your images pop. You can just sort of do your shadowing, which I quite often do, or we can go white. So this is very thick gesso. So we're kind of losing the sort of semi-transparency nature of it a little bit, but hey ho, it is what it is. We'll work with what we've got. It's all good. Hi Sabine, lovely to have your company. So there are a few of you popping. So this is my first, well, I did a live very briefly on Instagram on one of the releases to kind of talk through, but it's the first time I've actually managed to do some live crafting. We have a few glitches to sort, like this funny little bar here. See, that's very strange. But you know, we will try and resolve that for future ones. We actually, do you know what? We have tried to get on Instagram for like the last. You don't think about whiting things out. Yeah, it's nice to try different things. There's lots of different ways, but if I put these back here now, we've still created that effect of it popping out, but we've gone white instead of dark. I kind of want to follow the shape of the houses a little bit more, so I'm going to build it up a bit to a bit more of a point here, and then bring it out down here, I think. Hi Rianne. Rianne has joined us on Instagram as well. Right, let's go up a little bit. The only thing about painting with your fingers, I mean, yeah, it's a bit messy. Okay. Oops. Now we're throwing the gesso about. That's a little bit uncalled for. Well, I have to say, sorry, on YouTube you're just coming up as MS, so I'm sorry I don't have your full name. But yes, I have to say that one of my goals this year is to try and be a bit more creative, mix it up a bit more, try different techniques, because I am a little bit bad for just sort of sticking with what I know all the time, and I always end up shadowing with my Inktense pencils. So this is a way of doing something different, but it's nice. I like the bright colourful background, and we've got the same sort of brightness with the little houses there as well, but we need it to pop out a little bit more. But we're still getting the undertones of the papers and things like that, so it's still there, it still has a purpose, so we are all good to go. Now, what I might do is, we'll need to like this, I'll need to maybe get this with the heat gun. Hi Denise, how are you? Lovely to have you with us as well. Okay, so honestly, I've not been crafting long and the room's a devastation and my hands are just like, what is that? Nonsense. I just can't. I've got a sewing machine next to me. There is a reason for that. But it's a little bit in the way. You love vibrant patterns of my papers, but sometimes lose the main image, and grey can be undermining to vibrancy. Yeah, you tend to find if you really want to make things pop, you need to go dark or you need to go white. So when you're working with bright colours, your best friends are black and white. Sometimes it can be a bit nerve-wracking to go black, but honestly, black or white will make your vibrant colours pop more. And if you can manage to put both into your project, it really will. It just amps up the brightness. I'm just going to give this a little waft. Sorry, I should have given you warning. So if anyone was wearing earphones, I do apologise. Alright, so let's just waft this dry a little bit so that it's nice and dry. And then I am going to grab a pencil. because I want to create an approximation. I want to do some stamping, but I want to, so we've got, oh, that's see the cat's driving me mad. She's scraping at the door. Right, I just want to get a very rough, I'm just putting a few little marks just as guidelines. You'll not be able to see them. I don't know if I can there we go. You just see I've just created some little guidelines just there, and it's because I want to add some stamps. I'm having to be really careful with my positioning because for those of you that are on Instagram, it's a portrait mode, so we're in a much narrower thing, so I just need to make sure that you guys can still see. I'll try and let the cat in, see if she can manage to climb up and get to her bed without causing devastation. Last time she was just trying to like chase my hands, so that wasn't fun. Right, I think we need a tree, and of course we don't have a tree, we have the build your own trees, so that is because you could make it as you wished, really. So let's grab a little, I'm going to just pop this here, and this hopefully should just end up popping behind the house. Right, are you coming in or going out, because you're causing a big draft? I'm just going to close the door anyway. Oh, so cold. It's better in the summer when I can just leave the door open for her to go in and out. Right, so I don't want it that long. Just do this. Right, beware, there's a cat about to appear. Right, over here, over here. Come on, out the way. Out the way, over here. Okay, sorry about that. Slight distraction. You love this set of stamps for making new home cards. Yeah, I don't know. People seem to love houses. They're perfect for so many different things. Right, so let me bring my houses back in, my wee houses. Just so that we can get an idea. So we've got that there now. So I think we need, I think I'd quite like another one, and then maybe something coming out here. So let's go for the opposite shape. Hi, Amy, how are you? Nice to see you. Right, so I'm just going to pop this one here, and then we will pop another one over here. I'm just going to put this back in for placement again, and I think we'll pop it about here. I'm not going to do a trunk for this one. I'm just going to leave it a little bit open because we might sort of add a few extra flowers and things as we go. Right. Let's grab some pencils because I believe pencils will probably work the best. So we are working on gesso. I've also stamped using my Memento ink. So if I was to go in with watercolours now, that would run everywhere. So that is why it's a good idea to actually pay attention to what sort of ink you are using. But it's okay because it will all be good with pencils. So we are fine. Right, let's grab some greens. I want a more limey green as well. I would suggest when colouring with greens, pull out as many as you have. We want quite a few greens. Because when you look at green, it's never sort of one shade. And I don't know, I always seem to find that pre-mixed greens are never really my favourite. I tend to sort of use teals and yellows and let them sort of blend on the page a little bit. So I'm just going to do this very rough because we're just wanting a sort of illusion of colour. It's very sketchy. We don't need anything particularly perfect. So we're all good. Hello, Marina. So there's quite a few of you on Instagram. Lovely to have you. We have finally managed to get working live on Instagram to work. We have a setup that we use a Restream platform and OBS to try and make the lives a bit more interesting so that we can have multi-camera angles and things like that. But we have been really struggling to get it to work properly on Instagram. So it's nice to actually finally be live there. It's lovely to have you all. And I'm hoping that it's great no matter what platform you're on. So we're currently on Facebook. If you are new, I do have a Facebook group where we have lots of inspiration, daily inspiration from the team. And I have a YouTube channel where we have a regular tutorials and vlogs, behind the scenes stuff, things like that. Currently working on a vlog. I'm hoping, so what do you reckon? So because life has all been a bit crazy, I have been behind in sort of editing the vlog. So I had 2 weeks vlogs. I had one where I was prepping to go to Create and Craft, and one where I was actually at Create and Craft. And yeah, those were supposed to have kind of gone up. So that was supposed to be 2 separate vlogs. I'm currently now sort of working on them now, and was thinking of just sort of creating one big vlog where it was sort of the prep and going down to Create and Craft. But I'm also aware that that happened quite a few weeks ago now, and I don't know if there's any interest in seeing that now or not, or whether I've sort of passed the window. But I've started editing it anyway, so if you want to see that, let me know. If you're really not interested, then you can let me know too, because I save the work of carrying on editing. So we've got a little bit of hi Lisa. So Lisa's joined us on Instagram as well, along with Gallic Creates. Lovely to have you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I need a new pencil case. This one, the zip is a bit broken on it, and yeah, it makes life interesting. But we will. You'd still like to see it, Shannon. That's good. I'm just a bit concerned when it starts to fall a little bit behind. But the day I was meant to be editing the packing vlog and stuff, I ended up going early to Create and Craft, and then I got home and Kezia was ill again, so it's just my time hasn't been quite as I expected it to be. You'd still love to see it, Pauline. Excellent. And Sue likes to see what goes on behind the scenes. Well, I will carry on editing. I've been working on that today. I've spent a little bit of time down in the studio today, working on some new videos that are coming up. And then I have spent a little bit of time editing. So hopefully we'll get there. I'll have a little something for everybody. Right, let's pop this in. So we've gone for very simplistic colouring. You don't need to be amazing at colouring. You don't need to be an artist. This is the whole point of, well, I think we're all artists, but don't feel you have to be able to paint and draw. Hi Lisa, you're not late at all. You can pop in anytime you wish, my lovely. Okay, so we now have our little houses as so, and they look, I like the fact that we've got a little bit of detail. So what else have we got? I have a few bits and pieces that we can overstamp, but let's see what we've got in the way of things that I can already sort of fussy cut out. I quite like that mushroom, but it's a little bit big. So we can build this up a little bit. Oh, I quite like that. That's quite cute. Okay. Oh, I've started playing now. I always find it really, once I start playing, it's so hard to keep talking. Hello, Walker's Crafty Arts. Lovely to have you with us. So for those of you on Instagram, what's your favourite type of craft? Because I've not been live on Instagram before, so I've not quite got to know you all as well. So I'd love to know. Do you do junk journaling? At the minute, we are actually working in our junk journals to create a little piece of art. Now, yeah. I'm thinking we did go in with white gesso. I think we maybe need to come up around this tree a little bit and around here. So I'm just going to do that with my brush, because now we've got details down. I don't really want to kind of go over some of the details that we have created. So we'll just sort of add that in. and then see how we go. Now what's going to be really interesting about this page is we're going to make it work for today, but in future we're going to decorate this page, which is going to have an impact on how this page looks, which I always find very fun. So I'm just actually going to come in and stipple here because I want to sort of keep the cohesion of the fact that we've got this white. The white is sort of making it pop from the rest of the colour, but we've just kind of lost it a little bit by adding in the extra detail. So we will just get that in now. I love these stamps. There's a very small, like when I say small number, like some of these stamps, we only have like a couple of them left. We're down to single figures on all of them, but some of them, I can't remember which ones, but some of them are like 2 units. And there's an idea in my head that I've had in my head since before I drew them, and I've still not done it yet, but it'd be a YouTube video because it's one of those that have a lot of drying time and things like that, so it works better as a video where I can edit it a little bit, but I really must get on and do that. At some point. Right, so we just added the extra white detail here, and hopefully that's just going to help the whole thing pop. It really doesn't help that there's like absolutely no gesso in here. I also think I've switched gessos. I think I was using this one earlier just to make things like really entertaining. Hi Tata, is it Tatalanda? Sorry, my eyes, I can't see, the phone's too far away. Hopefully by next week and I've got my better glasses, I'll be able to see your names a bit more clearly. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names, but it's lovely to have you with us. So I'm just going to add, yeah, see, I'm using the right gesso now. It's much brighter. Helps if you kind of stay consistent with the products you're using. Okay. Right, so now we've done that, we will stick all our bits and bobs down and then find any, then sort of, we will work on adding more details. So let's get this mushroom down. So this mushroom is from one of the Woodland Tots ones. I can't quite remember which specific stamp set that was, but it was one of the Woodland Tots. So I'm going to stick that down first. I kind of wish that was a bit higher, so let's see if we can just move it up a bit. Rearrange it somewhat. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, you love the quirky houses. I do. I love them. They were really popular. And as I said, there's literally just a handful of them left. Okay. For this, I'm not going to glue all the way to the edge, and that's just going to allow me to tuck some of the other little elements behind to help us build our scene. So we will pop this down. There we go, it is quite cute. And then we can have a little look at our stamps and see what we can sort of over stamp. What we can use. Oh, I like that. That is cute. Let's do that. It's from the Foxy Tots. Thank you very much, Sue. Okay. So we have that. Now, one of my favourite stamps on this stamp set is this washing line. So I'm just going to add it because I love it. And why not? How big is my journal? This journal is a junk journal that we all made together. So this is somewhere on my YouTube channel. It is one that we did during a live. and it's mostly just A4 folded in half. It has sort of come out the edges a little bit just because that will automatically happen, but I think by the time you start adding lots of bits and pieces in and it sits open like that, it's not a big deal. But just to give you a proper measurement, it is 21 centimetres by 15.5. When I take into the account that some of the pages are sticking out. But this is just one that we have made ourselves with some scrap papers. I am going to be making another junk journal. I'm not sure exactly when. I'm working on a series of videos. And once I have all of it done and ready, then I will put them up because I want it to be a week event. But within that event, we're going to look at 2 different ways of creating a junk journal. Now, what was it? I want this little stamp here. Trying to move up a little bit, so I'm just trying to make sure that it's a good viewing experience whether you have joined us on YouTube, Facebook or Instagram. Hi Crafty Cat, lovely to have you with us today. This is so exciting. So excited that we actually finally managed to crack Instagram. I mean, as I said, we do have issues. I don't know what's occurred here. I don't know why there's that white bar, but you know, at least we're live. At least we're live and something's occurred, so that's all good. Right, I'm going to stamp this up. Probably it would have been better stamping that in VersaFine Clear because it's more. I'm just going to put this there as a scrap card as it's more likely to kind of go over every sort of medium that we throw at it. And then I'm just going to hello, is it Akalina? Sorry, I'm butchering names today. I can't see. I need to go to the opticians. Okay, it's not stamped perfectly there, but it's because we're working on bumpy surfaces, but that's fine. We can add the details in. I am going to go with my Copic markers here and hope I don't wreck them because we've got going over a bit of gesso, but it's just that I want the same sort of vibrancy that we have with the houses. So I'm just going to risk it. So I'm just going to put a base colour down with the Copic and then we can maybe work on the shading with a little bit of pencil. Hi Juniper Jane Craft, lovely to have you with us. Also, the fact that I use Memento ink means I can just quite safely pop in with my Copics here and know that everything is going to be okay. Hello, Beer Crafts. Lovely to have you with us as well. It's so nice to have so many of you on Instagram. Quite a few of you popping in and out this evening, so it's lovely to have you. I'm very excited that we actually finally managed to get it work. It's all good. So if at first you don't succeed, keep trying. I think we've been trying every week for the last 4 weeks or more, longer, I think. There we go. Oh, I just love the washing. I don't know what it is about this washing line stamp that I absolutely love. I'll be gutted when this actually sells out because I love this. I love this stamp set. That's so cute. Oh, isn't that cute? Right, I am going to, let's pull in the pencils again. You only watch on Facebook. That's no problem at all. That's the thing. There's lots of people that only stick to one platform and I think that is good. I think it's good for your mental health as well to not be like trying to follow all of them all the time. I know sometimes I struggle, but that is why we wanted to be on lots of different platforms because like people use different ones and I'm so passionate about crafting and I love crafting and I'd love us all crafting together, and by trying to get myself in different places it means that we can share the love. Right, so I've got a darker blue, darker pink, so I need I think I need a darker pink and a darker should really get my other pencils out. This is my bag of mishmash stuff that kind of comes on my travels, so it's not the best organised, and it means I'm just faffing about here, which is not really good, is it? Denise Malpas and I chat about what you create. Oh, thank you. Hi, Heather. Thank you, Lisa. Glad you like it. Right, I feel like I've pulled out the worst possible colours here, so this could be entertaining. But I'm literally just wanting to try and add a tiny little bit more in detail. We'll maybe need to go in with white pen to make this work, but I'm just trying to create the tiniest bit of shadow so that we have a little bit more definition to some of these items. I don't know why I love the washing line so much. There we go. Just checking all the chats. To make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. Okay. This is cute. Right, I'm going to come in with my green pencils again, and guess what I'm going to do? If you're a regular, I bet you'll never guess. We're going to do some scribbling. Let's get a scrap bit of paper, because otherwise I'm going to end up scribbling on this. This is copier paper that I was printing my testing things out on. It's now scrap paper for this. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of scribbling along here just to create some grass type texture, just to grind it. We'll maybe put a little bit in the background as well, just because we can. We'll do multiple colours of it. Okay, and I'm going to get out some of my gel pens because they are nice and bright. You like seeing colourful drawings? Thank you. I'm definitely obsessed with colour. I definitely love colour. I'm very attracted to bright in your face colours. Occasionally I try and do subtle. I have the colour cube from Sarah Rennie Clark, and I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a journal. It's going to take me forever to complete because I will have to do 500 pages. But I am going to systematically work my way through all of her colour combos. And the reason that I want to do that, literally go from 1 to 500, is even though I have it, I still find myself choosing my favourite ones. So I still go through it and go, oh yeah, I like that one, I'll do that one. Oh yeah, I like that one, I'll do that one. But actually what I need to do is force myself to do ones I don't like and that I'm not as comfortable with. So yeah, that is going to be a mammoth task. I hate to think what 500 pages will end up looking like, but you know, that is my plan. This is my future plan. Do you want to join me, Sharon? Oh dear. Right, I'm going to pull in my Pro Marker. And we can just... See, what we could do is we could actually have sort of things popping out, but I don't really know. Because we're going to have to tackle this page one day, aren't we? And it's going to have to work. I quite liked it. I'll show you a journal. I actually had it out. Is it to hand? I'll show you what I mean. I'm working in a journal on some videos, and I've pulled out a journal that I have been using. I'm just trying to see where I've thrown it. I've thrown it down. Oh, I can see where I've thrown it. I've put it down somewhere so that everything was nice and tidy in the view. You have a friend who usually goes for purple and another who usually goes for brown. I do bright and we do stick to our favourites, yeah. See, I still plan on sticking to my favourites. I was also speaking to Louise Sims. We were having a little conversation via Zoom for some exciting stuff in the future. And she was saying she went to Frankfurt, and this year a lot of the experts, they weren't about chasing what the latest Pantone colours were and what the latest collection was. It was more like, do you know what? This is what we do really well and we're going to stick to it. So I love my bright colours and I enjoy it, and I'm never going to move away from that because I absolutely love it. But having said that, I don't want to hamper my creativity by never experimenting with something different. So I kind of just want to make sure that I make room for experimentation. I'm just tidying up so that it's not so busy that you can actually see what's occurring on the page, because I think there's so much going on now that it's getting a little bit distracting. Right, I'm just going to move this to the side. I think we're almost done. I might add a sentiment to this one. Right, I'm doing my doodly border. I think a doodly border on this page is going to be especially important because it's eventually going to become part of this page. You're going to eventually see what's occurring here, which means it's going to need to have a way of standing out from whatever happens back there. That's maybe something that we can tackle another day. How do you tackle pages that are attached to each other? We can tackle that together another day. But we have done 2 pages. I mean, true, the first one literally took minutes, so we're doing quite good there. That little funny guitar sound, that little pink, is my fridge. Hello, Marbelle. Lovely to have you here. So nice to have so many people. Thoroughly enjoying it. Right, so let's grab a little sentiment. These stamp sets have loads. So we've got There's No Place Like Home, Together is Home. What have we got in here? Friends Make Life. I'm going to do Together is Home. Right, where's that stamp set? What have I done with it? It's over here. And I'm just going to grab a scrap bit of white card, because I think I want it to stand out. Right. Loving this page, and you're the same. You love the washing line. Thank you. I do love the washing line. I really don't know why. It's not like I absolutely love doing washing. But they look cute. I'm going to pull out another journal in a little bit just to show you what I mean, to give you a bit of an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just going to stamp this Together as Home, because I think that is cute. And let's just stamp it a bit squint, but hey ho. Keep trying to make things. Hi, Lennox78. Sorry that I keep saying hi to everyone by their Instagram handles as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't come up with your names for me. Right, Together is Home. We'll pop that over there. But again, if I put that down like that, it's just a little bit lost. Whereas if I just give it a little bit of a border, a little bit of that black edge, suddenly it will pop off the page and we will see it so much better. And I'm just going to pop this up here. So that's the page for today. Another day, we can maybe tackle it in a live again. Another day, we will maybe look at decorating this page and see how we can have this page so it looks gorgeous on its own, but also that it incorporates and doesn't take away from this page, or it complements this page. So we can have a look and do that next time. I'll show you a little bit what I mean. So this is another handmade journal. This is using the journal kit. It's a Mad Hatter's one, and it's on my website. But it's basically MDF covers and you add your own pages. So, like, I need to decorate this, but if I turn this one here, oops. I've also taken a page out of it, but so you can see here we've got this page here, which is gorgeous Alice in Wonderland. But if I do this, that now becomes the sky to this page. I've still to finish this page, but this was because I was I was doing a demo. So this is your main page here. So I've got a page there and a page there. I've actually taken out the page that kind of went in between here, which just had a blue top. But where have I put it? Hang on, I'll just go find it. Right, so I'm currently working on this page for another video, so I'm just going to try and slide it in quickly. Right, so that that sort of belongs there. So although that is a page independent, it's kind of adds here so that we've still got the sky, and then we've got these shaped pages. Does that all make sense? So you still make this looks, I mean, it's because this is so wide, but it's like when it's together, you've got your little badge out there like that. But that works as a page, but then this works as a page in its own right, but it complements that page there, and so forth and so on. Anyway, I'm just waffling now. We have actually finished. So we did 2 pages today. We have got this little one, and as I said, we will work on this some other day. And then we did a really quick and easy one that we all decided just to leave because it looked gorgeous as is. So we've now completed a few more pages in our junk journal. I really hope to see yours. For those of you that are on Facebook or use Facebook, I do have a group, JMC Crazy Craft Hive, and you can share all your pages in there for everyone to see. If not, and you've been inspired by today's live, please do tag me so that I can see what you've made. I would absolutely love to see what you've all created, and I will be back. You love the Wonderland journal too. I know, it is gorgeous. There's some lovely journals. That's Mad Hatters. Wendy makes some gorgeous stuff. So yeah, and I will see you guys live again next Monday, but I will be around and about all over social media, and we'll say hello to you then. But thank you guys ever so much. Take care and bye.